Okay, it's still the 18th of December. Annoyingly, this, which is Michael Jackson History Continues Book 1, this is cassette 2, which is the regular album one, which is the one I didn't already have. Unfortunately, this one suffers from basically the tape not being lubricated, which means basically it will not play properly. Basically, which yeah is unfortunate, and I think it's a bit too late for my friend to get back on that. Also, Music Magpie just seem to do an automatic thing where if something is damaged, then they just ask you to send it back. So yeah, for a refund and not send out a replacement, which is really annoying. I'm going to do that with the CD. I mean, I've ripped it anyway now, so you know, there's that. But I don't want to do it with the vinyl, and I've been going back and forth saying I didn't ask for a refund, and that I said, can there be a part refund or just send as a replacement or something, I can send the other one back. And they went, oh, the only way to do that would for me to send Music Magpie a direct bank transfer, which I said to them, no, I'm not doing that, and that is, you know, not a normal thing to do. So I'm just gonna wait and see what they say and kind of ride out. But yeah, I'm not doing that. And they can't send us another doing because they don't have stock or something, apparently. I don't know. Anyway, I got a package here. This is from, I think it's from Amazon. It's in an Amazon box. No, it's not. This is actually from Rare Waves. Alright, so this is Wurzel Gummidge Down Under. Series 1 and 2 Blu-ray. Slight problem with this is this, and I spoke to Rare Waves, and unfortunately they're not able to do anything about it because it had already been sent before they saw my message. But basically what happened is when Rare Waves listed it on their website, they put the wrong information up initially and had it as the Harvest collection, which is the Wurzel Gummidge Down Under and the original series plus an exclusive CD, whereas this is not that. This is just the Down Under series, you know, across the 4 discs there. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, but the thing to is, unfortunately, it's too late for them to do anything about it, and basically just have to wait till I get it and then send them information and that. So yeah, hopefully, you know, we'll see what happens with that. But the thing is that the same thing happened with this one had, like, with this one, they eventually did update the description, but they didn't update the image. This, it had the wrong information and everything, so yeah, we'll see what happens with that one. But yeah, Rare Waves, oh God, get things together there. At least with Rare Waves, much better customer service, so I've got my confidence that I'll either get my money back on it or I'll send it back and whatever, or they'll, if I'm really lucky, they might just say, oh, we'll send you the correct one and just send that one back. So we'll see. Yeah. Okay, so it's the 19th of December today. Had a couple of updates. Number one, I got a 50% refund on this since it was advertised as the Harvest edition, which includes the original series plus an audio CD soundtrack. So they said you can either send it back or 50% refund, so I paid £28.40 I think it was for this. So for that price, yeah, why not? Because I could always sell it and make a profit if I ever do decide to get the combined Harvest edition. They also give me a full refund on this because 1, it's damaged, and 2, it was the wrong item to begin with. So yeah. Anyway, another page here from Music Magpie, and it sounds like the disc is sliding around, which is not a good sign. Especially when it's a DVD. And literally this has just been sent in a plastic bag. Which, yeah, I wish they wouldn't send them in that. I wish they'd send them, you know, in something better. Yeah, that did. Ooh. I was about to say it looks alright, it is a bit scratched up. We'll see if it rips. But this is Bob the Builder, the complete second series on DVD. Now, despite being that, it is all on one disc because it is just over 2 hours. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes. So, yeah. They didn't... I don't think they ever released... It says over 130 minutes. But on the runtime it says 130 minutes exactly, so... Yeah, not sure. I'm not sure whether they released every series on DVD in the UK. I don't know. I don't know. But this will be an upgrade of what's currently on BBC iPlayer because these won't be cropped. These will not be cropped, for one. Wow. This is a 2010 release. Or at least from then on, because that's what the copyright says, 2010. Wow. Oh. It says aspect ratio 16:9 full frame, so are these cropped? Or was that the original aspect ratio and they were cropped to 4:3? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Series 1 is 4:3. Yeah, interesting. That is interesting. I'm going to have a look at the others actually. So this one is 16:9 and 4:3. So I'm assuming that it was originally 16:9. I know the later series were, so yeah. But series 2? Yeah, so maybe it is in the correct aspect ratio on iPlayer. Or they just decided to crop them from then on. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure which one is the legit one. I'll have to do some research on that, but yeah. But yeah, the disc has seen... it's not awful to begin with, looking wise, so... We'll see if this rips correctly, and if it does, hooray. If it doesn't, well, I'll get me money back then. So, yeah. Alright, it's the 20th of December today, and got quite a lot of stuff today. This might be its own video on its own, we'll see. So, got another record from Rare Waves. I think this will probably be, well, should be one of my replacements. There's my knife. What is it? I don't know. The way it's packaged. The slight problem is someone's stuck the label right over where the flap is to open it up. Yes, it is. Okay, so this is my replacement Maroon 5. Did I open the other one? I can't remember. I'll have to double check. But this one, seemingly, it seems alright actually. It's got a bit of thing there. It's a little bit of, looks like a bit of plastic or something bloody stuck inside there. Oh, there we go. But yeah, this one, excuse me, thankfully, has a very slight little ding on the corner, but that's not too bad, I guess. So yeah, there's my replacement one of them, so that finally arrived. And now, next package. This is, oh, that's not good, the disc has slid out. So this is Ratchet and Clank Q-Force, or if you're American you might know it by its other name, Full Frontal Assault, which it wasn't allowed to be called in Europe and the UK and Australia, I believe. So yeah, it was just called Q-Force. So push that inlay up a little bit. There we go. So yeah, it does come with the manual and a crossplay thing, which I think is probably out. It doesn't have the crossplay thing. It just has the advertisement, but it doesn't have any code for it. I'm assuming that's either already being used or lost. I mean, either way, it'll be outdated by now. There's advertising the HD collection. And, yeah, the manual itself. Which, it's all in black and white. So yeah, this is classed as one of the spin-off games, if I remember rightly. This, along with One for All. I mean, let's take a look at the disc itself. The disc itself, it's got a little bit of dust on there. There we go. It's actually, the disc itself is actually in pretty good nick, so even though it came loose, it didn't get scratched. That's the inside there. To be honest, I'm tempted to reverse the cover because I actually prefer how it looks on the inside, but we'll see. There we go, click that back shut. Now, how much did I pay for that? Never, ever, 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 ever do I ever get the eBay app and that up and loaded so I can immediately see the prices. Okay, so this was £6.23 plus £2.30 postage, so that would be £8.63 total. So, yeah, not a bad price for that, about the right price. Music Magpie, again, sending things in bloody plastic bags. Ah, good. I think this was £2-3, wasn't very much. Savage Garden, live and on tour in Australia, DVD. This was never released on CD, and it was a release I was unaware of until I happened to spot it. I noticed there's some sticker residue, bit of the sticker left up there, and that. Perhaps it's been passed around quite a bit to various places, but here it is. So yeah, special features, widescreen concert. The fact that widescreen is a special feature. Yeah, okay. And Dolby Digital Surround is also listed as a special feature. Okay, song selection is also a special feature. Animated menus. Okay. Multi-single angle selection on songs. Okay, documentary, fine. That's commentary in that. Yes, I would class them all as special features, but widescreen. Looks like widescreen and bloody that. Yeah, I wouldn't. And the audio on there, just like I wouldn't class that as a special feature. Let's have a look at the disc itself. It's actually pretty good. It's a little bit, again, this one's a little bit fingerprinty, but hopefully with my microfiber cloth here, a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. There we go, nice clean disc. So yeah, what I'll also be doing with these, what I do with all the live concerts, there's the inside, by the way. There we go. What I will do is rip the CD, but then also I'll convert it to audio and then split up all of the tracks to then have them as FLAC files and as MP3s as well, so I can listen to it on the go, which is generally how I prefer to do it. But yeah, I think this chronologically is the last Savage Garden release before they later then released a Greatest Hits decades after, just over a decade after they had split up. So yeah, and this, you know, has 17 tracks on it, which is almost both of their albums combined, which is also the length of their Greatest Hits. Yeah, because Savage Garden only had 2 albums, although there is a few rarer tracks. There's a couple of like demo-y type ones and that as well, but like in terms of main releases, you've got the first album, which is just called Savage Garden, and then you've got the second album, Affirmation. Both fantastic albums, but yeah, after that they get split, and there we go. I had this DVD. I remember getting this DVD as a kid, Brum and the Stopwatch. And this, even to me as a kid, I thought, you know, this was what... I can't remember when I got this DVD. I must have been... Oh, give me a moment. Alright, it's the 22nd of December today, although these actually arrived yesterday, but I just didn't have a chance to open them. So, yeah, this is from Amazon. Some sell on Amazon. Yeah, there we go. So there's the Brum DVD. That technically this was my first ever DVD, and my original one. I don't know where I've put it, but yeah. Oh dear. But anyway, there it is. So yeah, my original one unfortunately met its end. Actually, you know, I'm going to tell a little story actually behind this before I show it off. So when I originally got this, we were back in 2003, I'm going to say. Must have been 2003. I got it from Woolworths, and we took it home, and we'd only just gotten a DVD player, I think, a couple of days ago. And this was the first ever, I think, DVD that we were playing on it as well, because we were only playing CDs on it up until that point. And it kept skipping, basically. It kept getting stuck. And initially we thought it was the disc itself. We took the disc back the next day, replaced it, and same kind of thing happened. And then we realised that it was the DVD player itself, so we had to get the DVD player replaced. Because the laser on it was dead or something, but yeah. And it was a Sony one as well, which is, yeah, shame. There we go. This only cost like a couple of quid. Disc on this one's actually remarkably clean. Yeah. You can see the other releases and that were available at the time in there. So yeah, lovely jubbly. So yeah, and also you can tell it's an old DVD release because the cases are rock hard. They're not flimsy plastic. This is off place on Amazon as well. Ooh, this could be a bit cleaner actually. Oh, there's a bit of random paper in there. It does have the manual. It does have a manual. Hooray. And a couple... What is this? Who put the disc in that way round? I'm going to give that a bit of a clean, actually. Yeah, I'm assuming these people who check the discs look at them and then just put them in the same way up. Yeah, this isn't too bad. I'm going to go after a bit of a clean. So yeah, there's the disc itself. Put it on one side just for a second. So yeah, what is this? What is this? Protect your PlayStation 3 with continuous play. And for some reason there's another one of those in there. Okay. Well, it does have the manual itself. Shares a very short little manual there. Because this, if you didn't know, was originally a digital-only game. And I don't know if it ever got a physical release in the US. Obviously it did in the UK and Europe and everything. And I think Australia as well. Don't know if it did in the US. If this ever got a physical release over there. Hopefully it did. Hopefully it did. Anyway, let's put the disc back in. But yeah, this is a shorter game. And that, but yeah. There we go. And the fact that I have it physically now means Sony can never take it away from me. Yeah, I don't know why there was a random piece of paper just in there. And the final one, I think this is from Music Magpie. Yes, it is. And there's a slight rip on it in the corner there. That's a shame. See if I can straighten that out actually a little bit. There we go, make it a little bit slightly more presentable. There we go. Yeah, this has seen better days, unfortunately. Disc is pretty clean though. Disc is pretty clean. So this is The Gingerbread Man, which was a children's TV series from, was it the 1982. Okay. I originally had this on VHS back in the day, and at some point my grandparents bought it on DVD. I remember though being disappointed by the DVD because I thought it would have more episodes on there, new episodes, but it didn't. Because I didn't realise it was from the 1980s at the time. You know, I never knew. But yeah, there's the DVD. It is unfortunately out of print. I don't think this is the... I'm almost certain this is not the original case it came in, because I remember the one that they had, which again, I don't know what happened to it, but theirs was a clear case, and this one is not, and it also has these two little snaps there, these little clips, which are for a second disc. And the condition that the Ingley is in suggests to me at one point, yeah, this was in worse for wear condition. Maybe Music Magpie just put it in a case, I don't know. But yeah, there we go. I think these were on some sort of offer. I think it was on the 2 for $5 offer or something like that. I can't remember. I know they were on some sort of offer. Actually, no, this wasn't, because this was from Amazon. I just said that before. This was, I think, £10–12 from Amazon, used from a sell on Amazon, and it's in reasonable enough condition. I might try and remove those stickers at the back. Could do with some WD-40 really, but yeah, there we go, people. There we go.